Live from the Ed McMahon Mass Communications Center at Quinnipiac University, this is QNN, the Quinnipiac News Network.
Good evening and welcome to QNN. I'm Talia Landry.
And I'm Ben Dias. Students and staff on campus gave the gift of life today.
Jessica Romano has more.
On your way from the Student Center into Tater Hall, you walk into a hallway crammed with tables. You may stop to purchase a sweet treat from a student organization, or you may walk by as if nothing is there. Distracted, you very well could have missed one table in the back corner, a table that could entirely change someone's life. Throughout this past week, there was a table set up dedicated to something bigger than a chocolate-covered pretzel. It was a table dedicated to an on-campus blood drive that occurred earlier today. This blood drive was sponsored by CAP, the Community Action Project.
Basically, we are the largest organization on campus for volunteering and community service.
CAP sponsors this American Red Cross blood drive as one of their community service opportunities for the entire student body.
The blood drives, which are run by our finance and PR chair, there's 2 a semester, and we try to do 2 just in case some people miss the first one.
Many people don't realize how impactful it can be on someone's life to donate blood. Well, until you look at the figures. According to the American Red Cross, every 2 seconds someone in the United States needs blood. This means that more than 41,000 blood donations are needed every day. That is 123,000 pints of blood needed daily. There were over 50 people throughout the Quinnipiac community who signed up to donate blood today. Others decided last minute that it was the right thing to do.
For me, I don't know anyone personally that needs to get blood transfusions or any of that, but I mean, it's really nice knowing that you're helping someone else, even though it's very indirect. It just makes me feel better about my day-to-day.
If you miss the chance to donate blood today, CAP plans on holding 2 more blood drives next semester. In Hamden, I'm Jessica Romano, QNN.
When you're driving around in an unfamiliar area, getting around can be pretty difficult. There's getting lost, and then there's this. A parent found themselves driving on the quad on Monday while at Quinnipiac. It was a beautiful day, so plenty of students were there to witness the roaming car. Public safety pointed them in the right direction.
The Quinnipiac organization WISH, which stands for Women in Support of Humanity, will be back hosting Take Back the Night on Tuesday. Take Back the Night is an international event with a mission to end women abuse in all forms. Executive Director of WISH, Jen Esposito, believes this is an effective way to prevent sexual violence on college campuses.
So I think it'll really open people's eyes and make them aware that it's happening and maybe inspire them to do something.
The Take Back the Night event will take place next Tuesday in Manchester.
The Sisters of Phi Sigma Sigma held their annual Katie's Game tournament this past Saturday on the Eklund Tater lawns, in honor of their sister Katie Vachon, who passed away in 2005 from leukemia. Under sunny skies, family and friends enjoyed a barbecue, raffles, and a wiffle tournament. Katie's parents attended and participated in the games, and they even won a few prizes. Another sorority making strides this weekend was Alpha Delta Pi. They sponsored the 5K Diamond Dash race this past Sunday that went through all of Mount Carmel. The event had local food trucks and vendors from all over Connecticut selling Lily Pulitzer and Vineyard Vines. All proceeds from the race went to the Ronald McDonald House Charities.
What started out as a dream has become one of the most successful shows in Q30 history. But with its host graduating this May, Late Night will have a new face come this fall. Ryan DaCosta has more.
For Kevin Carroll and Rebecca Castagna, it all started with a dream.
I was riding the train to the city one day for my internship and I fell asleep and had a dream that Kevin hosted a late night show for Q30.
I was completely on board. I thought she was crazy, but I was, of course, down to do it.
After talking with Q30, the student-run TV station, Late Night with Kevin Carroll was born. To be successful in its first year, Summer Rosinski and John Alba said it took dedication and passion.
It was tough trying to get the show off the ground and meeting with the e-board and really trying to explain that we are going to get a crew that's dedicated and that will work.
The passion turned into promise. And as we went forward through the second, the third, the fourth episode, the content started getting better.
As the content improved, so did the audience, as more and more people began to pack into the Student Center on Thursday nights.
There's nothing quite like evoking laughter in an audience, and so whatever it is that I do, I try to bring my own comedic voice to it because it's a big part of who I am.
Although tonight signifies the last taping of Late Night with Kevin Carroll, Rebecca Castagna says that this show is not going anywhere.
In fact, 14 people came out to audition to try to become the next host or sidekick of Late Night,
which was amazing. We weren't really expecting so many people to hear about it and to know about it and to want to try out, because it takes a lot of guts to do.
Castagna and Carroll's dream became a reality. They're set to announce the new host and sidekick tonight to the live audience. Reporting from the Student Center, Ryan DaCosta, QNN.
Thanks, Ryan. It all started to become real for Quinnipiac's class of 2014 as they picked up their caps and gowns and alumni cards from the commencement fair this week. On Monday and Tuesday, seniors filled the Student Center on the Mount Carmel campus, where they were treated to refreshments and a pair of complimentary sunglasses, perfect for graduation. Getting a work-study job at Quinnipiac is no easy task. At the end of a long year, Quinnipiac holds a special event in the Piazza for student workers. The Office of Student Employment offered free food, giveaways, and held a raffle for the student workers. This is Quinnipiac's way of saying thank you for all their hard work this year. A controversial law in one Midwestern state has been changed.
That's right. Here's Emily Seibert with more.
Thanks, guys. North Dakota is making headlines after a federal judge struck down an anti-abortion law. It was the strictest anti-abortion law in the country until yesterday, when it was banned unconstitutional. The former law was passed last year. Abortions were banned after a fetal heartbeat was detected, and that's as early as 6 weeks into pregnancy. Supporters are pleased, but opponents say that they will take the fight to the next level. And Joe Biden's eldest son is continuing to follow in his father's footsteps. Beau Biden will seek re-election as Delaware Attorney General this year, but he has announced plans to run for governor in 2016. Biden was elected Attorney General in 2006. Questions about the 45-year-old's health have been raised recently. He suffered a mild stroke 4 years ago and was briefly hospitalized last year. And finally, this week marks the 1-year anniversary of the Boston bombings. 2 pressure cooker bombs exploded during the Boston Marathon last year, killing 3 people and injuring almost 300 others. Thousands gathered in the streets of Boston on Tuesday to reflect and remember. Officials have taken extra measures to ensure the safety of the runners this year, and this year's marathon will start on Monday. My prayers and thoughts go out to the families affected from last year's tragedy, and my fingers are crossed that everything goes smoothly this year. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Emily. Coming up on QNN, find out why the police were at a popular Hamden bar last night.
Plus, a new study shows why we might lose our motor skills earlier than we may think. We'll be right back.
Enchiladas held an egg hunt last night before the Easter weekend when things started smelling foul. What you're seeing here is footage from that night of cops raiding Enchiladas at around 10 o'clock. Students were forced to line up and provide proper identification.
We are unaware if any arrests were made, but this is not the first time a bar in Hamden was raided. A few years ago, Whitney Bar and Grill was raided and was forced to shut down.
I hope this doesn't start a new trend.
Yeah, I know.
Well, a disaster has hit South Korea.
Michael Saka has more on the impact of this tragedy.
Rescuers are searching for survivors after a ferry sank off the coast of South Korea, leaving hundreds of people missing, including over 300 students that were on a school trip. Many people are questioning the evacuation methods as only 1 lifeboat was used, with a death toll that is continuing to increase. Many people had been left distraught, hoping that their friends and families are still alive. With freezing water temperatures, chances of survival are slim. A new study conducted at a Canadian university found that your brain may be slowing down sooner than you think. It suggests cognitive motor skills peak at the age of 24 and not after retirement. Our cognitive motor skills help process thoughts and how we react to them, but our brain makes up for it in other ways, such as increasing creativity and better problem-solving skills. Pope Francis will be celebrating Holy Thursday with another special Mass at the Vatican. The Mass includes a special twist as the Pope will be washing the feet of 12 disabled people, honoring Jesus Christ and his 12 disciples. This will be the Pope's second year in a row following this ritual. Last year, he celebrated with young prison inmates, giving them a little joy before Easter weekend. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Michael. Coming up on QNN, we're going to be having some clear sunny skies in our future.
Plus, there's a downside to this warm weather. Find out how after the break. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Our 8-day forecast is looking pretty interesting.
This weekend is coming, this sunny weather with highs in upper 50s.
But the week is not looking so bright. We are expecting rain for Tuesday and Wednesday, but it should clear up by the weekend.
Springtime is back, and so are the dreaded allergies.
Robert Grant has more.
That's right, thanks guys. So the cold temperatures are finally starting to go away, but for those spending more time outside, there's something else to worry about: pollen. Usually allergy seasons are gradual. Trees cause problems in the spring and grass causes problems in the summer. But if the weather gets warm quickly, that means everything happens at once, which is bad news for allergies. So to help, experts say keep your windows shut and shower before bed to get rid of pollen particles. And in other news, a study shows more and more college students use prescription drugs to get through their workload. The most commonly used are ADHD medications like Adderall. In fact, 30% of students use these stimulants for non-medical reasons like studying. And the survey says students think the use of these medications is either not dangerous or only slightly dangerous. But experts warn these drugs can be addictive. All right, and those say that a dog is a man's best friend. And for an Alabama boy, his dog also saved his life. Xander Bonelli's dog, Hawk, is a 9-month-old puppy trained to detect highs and lows in Xander's blood sugar. Xander was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes when he was 4, so his family paid a hefty price of $20,000 with the help of an organization, Miracles of Hope, to train Hawk. Xander's family is now working with Miracles of Hope to help other families. All right, I don't know about you guys, I am kind of a dog person, but that's a pretty cute dog.
Yeah, that's right. That dog is amazing.
That's a great story. Coming up on QNN, find out how the men's lacrosse team did against interstate rival Fairfield.
Plus, fast food chain is bringing back a popular sandwich. Stay with us.
A Quinnipiac student athlete receives a big honor for the first time in QU's hockey history.
Tim Murray has more.
Thank you, guys. On Friday, April 11th, the Hockey Commissioners Association announced that Quinnipiac men's ice hockey freshman Sam Anis received the Tim Taylor Award as the NCAA Division I Men's Ice Hockey Rookie of the Year. Anis is the first Quinnipiac player in the program's history to be honored with this award. Anis had an incredible season playing for the nationally ranked Bobcats, leading the team in all NCAA Division I freshmen in goals with 22 and points with 43, as well as points per game with 107. Anis had 21 assists, which also ranked him 7th among all first-year players. And now to the spring sports. The men's lacrosse team is coming off a tough loss to their in-state rival Fairfield as they take on Siena this Saturday at 12 p.m. at home. The Bobcats have a record of 5-6, but with a win this Saturday, they could clinch a spot in the MAC playoff tournament. The Quinnipiac men's baseball team will also be in action this Saturday here in Hamden as they take on St. Peter's in a doubleheader matchup. The first game will take place at 12 p.m. and the second game will take place at 3 p.m. Both games will be played here at Quinnipiac's baseball field. The Bobcats are coming into this weekend hot as they completed a 3-game sweep over Iona last week. And here's a heartwarming story out of Rutgers University. Head football coach Kyle Flood and the Scarlet Knights hosted 2 young boys suffering from muscular dystrophy and made them feel what it was like to score a touchdown. Check out this video. Well, that's a great story, and it's great to see the Scarlet Knights helping out these kids. What do you guys think?
Wow, that's really good for them.
That's the beauty of sports.
A fast food item is making a comeback and it has people excited.
Get your stomach ready. The KFC Double Down is back. This sandwich replaces the bread with 2 pieces of fried chicken with cheese and bacon in between. The sandwich is only available for a limited time starting April 21st.
Yummy, maybe?
Yes, I would say so. Thanks for joining us for QNN News.
We'll be back next week with more news from around Quinnipiac and the local community.